Ah, October baseball, October baseball, October baseball, October baseball. Let's go. That's a huge win right there, huh? October baseball, guaranteed. See ya, Cardinals. That's the end of what we're going to see from you. See you later. Goodbye, Cardinals. You're done. It's nice knowing you. The Cubs, they beat the Cubs, did everything they could, but the Dodgers win today, and let's go Dodgers. Huge win. And as we do after every win, let's see where you guys are hitting me up from. I want to know where everybody is, even if you're in San Francisco leaving the game. If you're in San Francisco leaving the game right now, I want you to be walking out of AT&T Park, and I want you to be going, "Let's go Dodgers! Let's go Dodgers!" That's what I want to hear everybody doing. Even if you're not at San Francisco, from LA, from Bogota, Colombia, from New York, from Seattle, from everywhere. I want to hear you guys just let's go Dodgers. And you know what? I know that they're not supposed. Everyone thinks that you're not supposed to celebrate after you win the you're in the wild card. That was a tough series. That was a tough year. Game 161, and that's when you get in the playoffs. You deserve to celebrate. Absolutely deserve to celebrate, and it's not over. Let's go Steven Strasburg, right? Let's go Steven Strasburg. All right, let's see if we got, where are you guys all hitting me up from? I got Rancho Cucamonga from Arlene Bastillos. Newcastle, Delaware, representing Alfredo Acosta all the way on the other East Coast. Come on, Nationals from Mike Terraciano. Awesome. Totally with you there. Suck it, Giants from Martha. Ooh, Martha with the language. I love it. South Orange County. Let's go Dodgers. Gina Kawado. Let's see. From the west side to the east side, Rosemary Rose. From the west side to the east side to the west side. There you go. What happens now? Virginia Ortiz. Hayward, California. Go Dodgers. You were from Steve Sotelo. Let's go Dodgers. Yes, tough. Orange County, Anna Lawrence. Let's go Dodgers. Bakersfield, California, Margie Lawrence. What do we have here? I know you guys are here on ESPN LA. Sea of Blue in the Bay from Melis Ford. Love that. In Guam today, Steven So. Dude, Steven So, I think you're just saying random places because you're everywhere or you just like to travel. Repping the Dodgers from Guam. There, Riverside, Jay Cabrera, 24. Let's see, Monterey Park from Alice Acosta. Los Angeles, Joanna, 02888. San Jose, California, it's McKen's, bro. Then UCSB, repping Yo Soy Andrew, too. Like that. Think Blue, Slick Rick. Mar Vista, Fran Torres, 261. Nash Cabs. Greg, have you purchased your Strasburg jersey yet? I have it on layaway. It's ready for me. It'll be in my house as soon as possible. Let's go Strasburg tonight. Oxnard, HC Zamed. What else do we have here? I got on Palmdale, California, IA RX7, San Pedro, California. Go Dodgers. Drew Doggy Dizzle. So proud of the Dodgers this year. Overcome adversity and injury. Max Muncy for team MVP. Amaze Tall. It's Orange County. I got New Jersey from LFL3.XN. Let's see. What do we have here over here? I know YouTube. I know we got some people here on you. Whittier, Cybernetic Slayer. El Paso from Sandra Herrera. From North Alabama, Foxtrot now. I got the 626 Puente Hills from Covfefe Coffee. Let's see. Whittier, El Paso, North Alabama. Twitch. Where's my Pickle Rick? Tell Pickle Rick to get on the Twitch real fast. I know some of you guys know him. Get him in there. Instaface from Ashley Nicholas. That's what they call it. But Ashley, you're in Salt Lake City, Panorama City, South 2481. Oh, I love it. It's just, look, this is what Dodgers Nation is. Dodgers Nation is worldwide. This is a worldwide thing. The Colorado Springs overtake the Rockies. Aaron Devandry, that's right. In Colorado, you start telling all those Rockies. I want to see them lose tonight. Steven Strasburg needs to have a huge game, and even if not, Max Scherzer will be on the mound tomorrow. Woo! It's going to be a fun Sunday. Don't even watch football. There's no reason to watch football. You can watch from 10 to noon. Go ahead, watch football from 10 to noon, but at noon, Dodgers, Rockies, Nationals, that's what you want to see. Those are the games you want to watch, and even this, how about if Milwaukee wins? Then Chicago and Milwaukee both have two big games. Big Sunday coming up in baseball, but we'll get into all of that. Let's see what else I got. I got a let's go. Let's see, Compton, California from Sam Bam 10. I agree with the announcers that they weren't playing, that they were playing tight. Alex Custa, Machado. Yeah, Machado was huge, absolutely huge. All right, so let's start off where we want to start off, and let's actually talk about the game a little bit before we get into all the things that you guys want to talk about, which is mostly going to be, if I had to guess, tomorrow. There's going to be some things to talk about here in this game because there was a lot of iffy calls, and I was getting into a big argument between me and basically the entire Dodgers Nation crew. It was all of them versus me in the argument. I think I came out on top on this one. The Dodgers winning makes me come out on top, but for the most part, they're right there with me. If they're not, most of the time, they're smarter than I am, let's be honest. But I think that this one, I think I came out on top of it. We'll get into all of that. But today, this is how you start off. First of all, you can never replace Vin Scully, right? Vin Scully is the absolute man. Look, I mean, I got Vin Scully on my arm right here. This is his actual name tattooed on my arm right there. If you haven't seen it right there, it's his signature, the whole thing right there. Vin Scully is my man. He is the one that got me into loving sports, loving the Dodgers. Most of you guys that have been watching the Dodgers for however long all loved Vin Scully too. Joe Davis is the perfect guy to take over for Vin Scully. He has been fantastic. And he comes up with these huge lines night after night after night on big hits. He had the it's Puig's turn. And he said, Chris Taylor into the night to end the night. And then tonight, it's Manny's turn. It's Manny's turn to shine. What was the exact saying? I need to know the exact saying. It was on here somewhere. Oh, I had it all ready to go. I wrote the whole tweet and everything, and I totally forgot the exact line, and now I feel silly. I just feel silly. I had it all memorized. See, this is what happens. You have 1,000 things going in your head at one time, and you forget everything that you wanted to say. He said, Manny has his moment. Manny has his moment, and man, that was just waiting for that moment from Manny. He's been needing it, and he came through in such a clutch spot right there. That was the exact time you needed Manny to come through. You had a runner in Chris Taylor in scoring position in the eighth inning. And Manny needed to get a hit there. There was 2 outs. Manny Machado had his moment, triple into right field, and Taylor comes to score to take that 6-5 lead. Huge, absolutely gigantic, and hoping that that's the moment that pushes him all the way through. Just stay hot, Manny. Know that you can get the big hit at the right time. It doesn't have to be a home run. It just has to get in the runs when it's time. And that was huge from Manny, and he had his absolute moment. And people are saying Joe Davis is better than Joe Buck. I mean, how can you disagree with that? I actually really like Joe Buck, but I think that Joe Davis is the guy. And when it's Joe Davis and Orel Hershiser, the two of them, I laugh out loud at least 3 or 4 times in a game. So Manny had his moment. It was huge. How about Kike Hernandez? That dude is on fire in this series. Absolutely on fire. I think he's now 6 for 8 against the Giants in this series alone. He went 3 for 3 against Bumgarner last night. He got another 3 hits today. Kike Hernandez coming up big time clutch. Every time he gets on, there's good things tend to happen. And you're starting to see in this game alone, it started. You had runners in scoring position. You got a couple hits in runner scoring position early, and you had runners in scoring position late. And that's when in the top of the 9th, when you put up 4 runs, that's a huge thing to do, and it really just stretches you out and get Kenley Jansen in. I didn't really like that, but whatever. I don't like Kenley Jansen in non-save situations. I know he gave up a run, but guess what? I still trust him. I still absolutely trust him. And now the big subject that I know everybody really wants to get into. Walker Buehler is going to pitch tomorrow. I don't care what happens with the Rockies today. The Rockies lose, 100% that Walker Buehler is pitching tomorrow. If the Rockies win, I still want to see Walker Buehler tomorrow. I know there's this whole thing like, okay, well, if the Dodgers and Rockies win on Sunday, then shouldn't you just hold off on Buehler and have him pitch on that game 163 or have him pitch in the wild card game? No, because every game is starting at the exact same time, so you don't know what's going to happen with Colorado. So you need to have Walker Buehler pitch tomorrow in order to almost try and guarantee your a spot at trying to get that game 163 because you want the division. You do not want the wild card game. I know there's a whole bunch of craziness going on with it, but I do not want the wild card game. Absolutely don't. I want to win the division. So let's go Strasburg. It makes it a much easier decision if the Rockies lose tonight, because then you have Buehler and Scherzer going, and you have a better chance of having the Dodgers and the Nationals win on Sunday. In that sense, I do think that they're going to have Walker Buehler in that position. So now I know most of you are going to disagree with me, so let's get right into it. And before we get into your actual questions, I want to explain what I was talking about earlier, and that was the disagreement between all of Dodgers Nation. I'm talking Clint Evans, Clint Pasillas, Kevin Perez-Allen, Brian Robitaille. AJ Gonzalez didn't get involved in it, but AJ was probably on the other side of it too. We all wanted to see, they all wanted to see, it was the 6th inning, and Chris Taylor came up to bat, and it was nobody out, and you had runners on 1st and 3rd. He struck out. Everybody wanted David Freese in that situation. They went with Chris Taylor there, and I'll tell you exactly why. Chris Taylor came into that situation because it was a straight switch between for Jock Peterson for Chris Taylor. You don't have to move anything else around. You just go straight switch, and that also leaves Chris Taylor to have more at bats later in the game. It was 0 out, so you had Turner behind him, you had Muncy behind him. In the last month, Chris Taylor has been hitting over 300 with an over 900 OPS, and he's been on this topics list at least 2 or 3 times over the last week because of big hits that he's had in clutch situations. It didn't work. It was a tough situation where he struck out. That was a bad place to strike out. However, that was the right time to use him, and David Freese ended up coming up with the bases loaded. You don't know that's going to happen, but he did end up coming up with the bases loaded, and he hit the ball hard. It was just right at, I think it was Joe Panic. So it was just both times it just didn't work out. But then you had Chris Taylor come up 2 more times and get hits 2 more times. And in that 9th inning, he kept the inning going alive by getting another hit with 2 outs again. So I think in that situation, it was the absolute right move, in my opinion. If it worked, everyone's saying, oh, that was the greatest decision ever. It didn't, so it's too bad. All right, now let's get into all your stuff. I'm going to start off where I always start off because they are just the fanatics, and I love them. I love them all. Let's go to Facebook and see what we have going on Facebook. So if you've been talking, I've missed all of your comments. I'm going just from the bottom of the comments, so I'm sorry if you've got a whole bunch. Repeat it. Talk to people, do whatever. This is a community. We are the Dodgers Nation community. We want to talk to each other. So absolutely respond to people. Have a good conversation. Jose Gonzalez, just heard that the team is celebrating in the clubhouse. They should be celebrating in the clubhouse, Jose. They clinched a wild card berth, made it into the playoffs on game 161. That is a long season. They deserve it. And if the Rockies lose tonight and the Dodgers win tomorrow and the Rockies lose tomorrow, at any point they win the division, they should celebrate again, because baseball is a long sport and you need those highs. That doesn't mean that they're going to come in tomorrow and they're not going to play well. They're still playing hard. They want the World Series. They don't want just the wild card. But you still celebrate and be excited the fact that you actually the 162 games came to fruition to be in the wild card game. So it is a big deal. Christian Gore, Stripling or Hill if there's a game 163, it's going to be Hill. You moved Hill from Friday. You moved him from Wednesday to Friday, and then you moved him from Friday to either Monday or Tuesday. So Hill will be the next guy. Buehler will be tomorrow. I know we're going to get a lot of discussion about it, and I'm happy to have that back and forth with you on that. Daryl Shore, fire Dave Roberts. I don't think today is the day to be saying fire Dave Roberts. I mean, this is how it works with him, right? If things work, it's Dave Roberts is the best. If they don't work, it's fire Dave Roberts. Tonight, it actually worked. Rosemary Rose, I will co-host. I will guest co-host. You can always guest co-host on whatever you'd like. Let's see. We bleed blue. Margie Nunez. Gray has an 8 ERA versus Nats. We got this. Hey, I think Gray has been really good since he came off of since he got pulled back up from AAA. But I think this is a day where he has a problem. That's a lot of pressure on a guy. It's a lot of pressure on a team to win a division that they haven't ever won. That is a lot. That's a lot to worry about. So I'm going full force on let's go Strasburg tonight. Let's see. And that game starts in just about an hour, I think. Let me see. Oh, no, it's starting in about 15 minutes. So let's get ready. Let's see. Rockies are bound to lose the rest of these 2 games. The AZ943. I'm with you. I'm hoping it. God, Crazy Joe. Does Machado sign long term? Let's get through the postseason. I don't think so. I don't think they're going to want to put up the money for that. I mean, if he has a huge postseason, maybe. But I don't think that. I think he wants to go somewhere else, either New York or Philly. That's my thoughts. But you know what? I'd love to have him. Dakin 1508, Giants employees have to clean up Dodgers celebration in locker room. Love it. Yeah, that's right. Anytime the Giants have to do anything, I love it. Especially when it's for the Dodgers. Rich Hill should start tomorrow. Okay, see, I knew it was going to get there. Rich Hill, you want Rich Hill to start tomorrow because you want Walker Buehler in the wild card game. You're essentially giving up the division in that situation. You have to start. You want the division. Dave Roberts wants the division. The front office wants the division. With Max Scherzer going on Sunday and Strasburg today, even if the Rockies win today, Scherzer's not going to go out there and just be throwing soft toss to them. He's going to go after them. He wants to win. He said, it would be a great situation for me to go out there and knock the Rockies out of the playoffs. They're in, but knock them out of the division is a huge, huge thing. I know the Dodgers have knocked the Nationals out a couple times, but, I mean, there's also respect there because they've been playing each other. So, Max Scherzer is a competitor. I love it. Roberts did leave Kershaw in too long. Of course, he was at around 70 pitches. You have to go with him, and he's been normally when he has 5 runs scored for him, he's usually solid. He didn't have it tonight, but he was great with the bat tonight. That was going to be one of my topics at one point, was to how great he was with the bat. That 9th spot in the lineup had been really, really good. So let's see, Chris. They play one more game versus each other. Aaron Devandry. Let's see, who are you talking about? You're talking to Chris No H. Who wins the division if Dodgers and Rockies end up with the same record? Chris, they end up with a game 163 on Monday, of which Rich Hill at this point would be pitching that game. Let's see. Rockies are due to lose. Let's go blue. Grandel 67. I'm totally with you. That crazy Geo, hashtag LA determined. Oh, doesn't it feel good to know that we all went through this for so long together for the last 3 months, and now they're in the playoffs, and we get to do this all next week and hopefully longer all the way through October? I'm excited. I am excited. Rockies going down tonight and tomorrow. Yes, I'm a big fan of that topic. Let's see what I got here on YouTube. You guys have been strong here for a while. Andrew Martinez checking in here at work. Wes Covina, good. Hey, check in at work. Manny Zapata. Machado will shine in October. I'm hoping so. He's never done it because when was the last time the Baltimore Orioles have made the playoffs? It's very rare. So I listened to every game in radio since I can't watch on DirecTV. Cybernetic Slayer, find me at Bergman Greg on Twitter and on Instagram. I will get you a link that you can watch the games online. To go ahead and do it. I won't say it out loud because I don't want that out in the world, but I will absolutely tell you how to get it. I was the only person watching every game when they were 20 games out. Dodgertown, USA. I'm glad you were watching that game, but every single game. But you unfortunately weren't the only one. There was a lot of people. Krish Patel saying I was right there with you. I watched every single game. All of Dodgers Nation watched every single game. If you look at the Dodgers Nation crew, from game 1 to game 162, they have been writing in scores and talking every single pitch or every single at-bat, what happens since the beginning of the season. I know it sounds great to always be the only one, but there was a bunch of us right there with you. Cybernetics, I believe. I like seeing I believe. Is Pickle Rick in there yet? Oh, Pickle Rick's not joining me today. I guess it is a Saturday, right? All right, that's not too bad. Let's see. That crazy Geo kind of need that answer, LOL. Well, what? Okay, wait. So, we DM you for that link? Yes, you absolutely DM me for that link. My DMs are open. I know that sounds kind of weird, but yes, my DMs are open. Send me a DM. I will absolutely give you the link to watch the Dodgers, especially for game 162, since it's not on. It's not on there. Let's see. B Marquez 0911 163 in LA, right? Yes, they are in LA because the Dodgers had the better record against the Rockies this year. And M41073 said that exact same thing right below that. So see, this is why people can answer some of these questions faster than I can. So listen to your fellow Dodger fans. Let's see. Al Martino 76. Are you Alec Martinez of the LA Kings? That'd be pretty dang cool. Missing Seager, Manny will accomplish. Yes, I am missing Seager, but I'm happy with what Manny's doing, and he came up huge today. absolutely monstrous. Right when you needed him, you're sitting there watching. All right, this is your moment, Manny. This is the moment. And Joe Davis called it. Manny has his moment. And he did. And it was great. And having taken both those first 2 games have been huge. There was a stat. I think it was from Bill Plunkett on Twitter, or it was Eric Steven. I forget which one it was. But they both said that, or one of them said that the Dodgers have only won 1 in 11 series. 1 in 11 series in San Francisco over their last 11 series. So this is now 2 of their last 12. So they won this series. It's already over, but they have to win tomorrow too. Big game tomorrow. Everybody be ready for game 162. They can still win the division. Let's see. J Cordezi 7 better win the division, and I hope so. Where's the J Cordezi? Where's the Vinny Tat? The Vinny Tat is on my left arm here. Here you go. The Vinny Tat is right next to. I got the microphone because I've been in radio for the last 16 years, and I got the Vin Scully right there. It's backwards for you, but Vin Scully is right there. It's not my favorite tat. I love Vin, but I don't know if I actually need him tattooed on my body, but I do love Vin Scully, so I'm totally fine with it. I got this last year in the playoffs, and I was like, I need to get this. I need to get it. So very happy with this one. Jacob, what's up, man? Colorado has to lose both, and Dodgers have to win tomorrow. That's what we're all hoping. All of Dodgers Nation at one time is all hoping the same thing. Let's go, Steven Strasburg. Need a big shout out for Steven Strasburg. Big time wins. Let's see. Wear a Dodger cap. Dolores Sanchez. Tomorrow, I will have a Dodgers cap on. Game 162, 100%. I like to change it around as much as possible. So this is tonight. Today, it just happened to be the ESPN LA hat. It bounces around from time to time. I don't know. I just grab a hat, and whichever one I choose is the one I choose. Hell yes, caps and clothing. Virginia Ortiz, that's right. You got to go full Dodgers tomorrow. I want to see I want to walk around tomorrow at some point in here in North Hollywood, in Studio City, or wherever you are. I want you all to walk around wearing Dodger blue tomorrow. Big Dodgers all over your shirt and your hats and everything. Get Dodgers everywhere. Arnaldo Nazario Ordriz, I am ready. Yeah, what's a DM? Dick Fitzwell? I just fell right into that, didn't I? 100% just fell into that. But anyway, what's Richard Fitz? Richard Fitz, is a direct message. So if you go on to Instagram or you go on to Twitter and not totally screw me by putting that there, you can. I did it to myself again, didn't I? You can go click there's a little button that looks like an envelope, and that's a direct message. Click that and go over to that. Jeez, I hate that I'm that guy that just writes in what's everything that's right in front of him. You know what? That's part of the problem is that people told me, they watch this and they say, all right, I have a couple things for you to work on. One of the things that you want to work on is read the names of the people that you're talking to because everyone likes their names being written out. Unfortunately, then things like that happen, and I get to Richard Fitz saying that to me. Shout out your IG, Fabian Valdivia. My IG is @BergmanGreg, just like it is on Twitter, @BergmanGreg, @BergmanGreg. And remember, I'm going to not shout out everything else, too. The official Dodgers Nation, @official Dodgers Nation on Instagram, @Dodgers Nation TV on YouTube, @Dodgers Nation TV on Twitch. @Dodgers Nation on Twitter, and @Dodgers Nation, or just Dodgers Nation, Facebook.com/Dodgers Nation for Facebook. So get into all those, and don't forget @ESPN Los Angeles. These guys right here, always right behind me. Get for that too. Yes, Lily Gomez, I did fall for that again because I read everything in front of me. You can laugh at me all you want, but I do it. You try and sit here and go through 6 different people and try not to get busted on that. Totally got busted on that. That's just crazy. I'm gonna get ripped apart from that. Don't be a Mace. Well, sometimes, you get hit sometimes. Let's see. Let's go Nationals. Let's go Nationals. I'm gonna move past all that because I gotta get away from it. Let's see. No goggles, Jacob. No. Yeah. Oh, it's getting. Hey, Richard Fitz. I hope you know you're getting a hashtag now on Instagram. Good for you, buddy. Now I'm gonna have to pay attention more to what I'm reading on every single thing. I'm gonna get killed for that. Let's see. Let's see what we can go with. Ruben Saranana Jr. Can we expect Dave Roberts learn from last year's playoff small ball and go with the hot hand in pitching? Ruben, no, they're gonna go with the way they know. They're gonna go with what's up. They're gonna go with what's best for the front office and what they think puts them in the best position to win. You can't just go. You can't just change your way that you play. And you go 162 games, 161 games of not playing small ball, and then all of a sudden playing small ball. It's hard to do that. It's hard to just all of a sudden switch up like that because it changes your whole entire thing. I would love to see you go regulars, but I guarantee you tomorrow you're facing a lefty and Andrew Suarez. Guess what? It's going to be the righty lineup. Although I'll give you this. Even if there was a lefty on the mound, or even if there was a righty, doesn't matter. Kike Hernandez is going to be in that lineup tomorrow. He has been so good. 6'8", Richard Fitz sent me a Twitter message. I'm kind of afraid of what it's going to be, and he says, you're going to laugh. I'm sure it's going to be something about, like, you are somebody that's just messing with me on purpose or whatever it is. And Rosemary Rose trying to get me to. I'm reading now, Rosemary. I know what you're trying to do there. Shout out to Mike, Mike with an H. I'm not doing them. I'm getting away from. I'm reading. Let's see. Peterson is playing well. You know what? He's actually been in a little bit of slump. Alice Acoustic. It's hard to say your name, but I'm just going to call you Acoustic. It's going to be. It's going to be. Peterson's been playing tough, but he has been. That's another leadoff home run for him. That was a huge leadoff home run from him. He had been in a little bit of a slump, but that was perfect. That was absolutely perfect. Russell Westphal, D-backs lost on purpose against the Rockies. No, I don't think anybody goes out and loses on purpose. I just think that they just weren't a good team, and they played really hard against the Dodgers and not so. I mean, maybe they just kind of were out of it. They were checking out their guys. They were seeing, who their AAA guys were going to be, and they sat guys like Peralta and Goldschmidt and Pollock, and they didn't sit them against the Dodgers. And that's because they don't want the Dodgers to win the division. They want somebody else to. Virginia Ortiz, what about Kemp? Kemp had a hit in the top of the ninth inning, so that was huge for him. But I think that Kemp will get some time. It's just they're going to play the best guy in the best situation. Kemp just played against Bumgarner yesterday. Almost starting to like Greg more than John and Steve. Is that bad? No, John and Steve are the best. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be able to be doing things like this. They allowed me to talk on Mason and Ireland about the Dodgers and give me this platform to be able to go find myself and talk to you guys on a regular basis. If they didn't give me that chance to prove that I knew my Dodgers knowledge, I wouldn't be where I am right now and talking to you guys. So no, John and Steve are the best. Absolutely the best. Dodgers 3510, can I please answer your question? You know what, I'm bouncing around a lot. I can try and go back a little bit, but, it's tough. I'll answer your question when I see them. You're too far back, Dodgers. Ask it again. Hopefully I'll see it because I can't. It's just too far in there. I'd sit Cody tomorrow, too. Cody needs a little bit of something going on there, but it's a lefty tomorrow anyway, so Cody sits tomorrow. So don't you worry about that. It's going to be the righty lineup. You're going to see Taylor leading off. It'll go Taylor, Turner, Freese, Machado. Kike would be my guess in the 5 spot. And then it would probably be, it's a lefty, so, I hope they still go Puig in the 6th spot. Grandal, and then, who am I missing? I'm missing a I got first baseman, I got second baseman, I got a left. Oh, you need a left fielder. No, it's gonna be Turner. It's gonna be the all-righty lineup. So I don't know. I'm missing somebody. I can't figure out who I'm missing. You know what? Who am I missing? All right, it's gonna be Taylor, Turner, Freese, Machado, Kike. I think. I bet they go Kemp, Grandal, either Dozier. Or, who am I missing? I bet you they go Dozier there. Even though I don't want to see Dozier there. Hopefully Puig is in that, and he's in the 8th spot. Let's see, Barnes. Barnes would be a guy, but not if you're going with Grandal. It'll probably be Dozier or Puig, one of those two. I think a couple of people saying Puig, Dozier. Taylor's leading off, Jane, but I would think a couple of those guys. Kershaw was playoff Kershaw today, shaking my head. You know what, Kershaw, I am a huge Clayton Kershaw guy, and unfortunately, he was tough. He was absolutely tough today. And he had a lead. He had a 2-0 lead. He had a 5-3 lead. And he just kept giving up runs. It's tough because unfortunately, that's playoff Kershaw. And I'm a huge Kershaw guy. I try and defend him as much as I can. Unfortunately, today was a game where I just can't can't protect him in this situation. He was great in took a walk, a 4-pitch walk. He got that 2-run single in a big spot. Unfortunately, to make it 5-3, and unfortunately, he just doesn't get it. You can't say he sucks. He's still your ace, but I gotta still trust him. I still gotta trust him on game 1. If they win the division, I trust him in game 1. Let's see. Jay Cordezy, I'm not doing it. I see what you're saying. You're asking me about if somebody's playing tomorrow. I'm not doing it. I've been caught too many times, and I'm getting better at it. I'm reading. I'm reading what you guys are saying to me. Let's see. Muncy. Yeah, I mean, look, Muncy's a lefty. He doesn't play against righties, and I don't know. You have to. The problem is Muncy has to be a first baseman. I know he may have some better splits as a second baseman, but unfortunately, as a second baseman, he's really bad. So he's just not good in the field. He's better as a first baseman, and he's really not even that great as a first baseman defensively. So you need him. Unfortunately, he's just not going to be there. I know he hits lefties as well as he hits righties, but I think that you're just not going to see him tomorrow. They're going to go with the all-righty lineup, and he is a lefty. So Lily Gomez says it, believe in Kershaw. I still do believe in Kershaw. I know I'm in the minority now. I hate being a minority for that, but it's true. I am at that point. How'd you see Ryan Madson today? Ryan Madson looked really good today. Ryan Madson actually looked really good today, but I don't think he makes that playoff roster. I don't think he's proved it enough. Any news if Manny stays after the season? Thomas Ashley? I mean, no, it's not going to happen. You're not going to find any of that out until it's time. Angel Martinez, Colorado Nats, first pitch. All right, everybody, keep me updated on the Colorado Nats game. Whenever there's a score, please let me know. Kike has been spectacular. He absolutely has. Krish Patel, does anyone know when it starts? It's already started. Tomorrow, the game starts at 12:05. Foxtrot Now, gotcha. The game for the Nats tonight, that's starting right now. Someone else has got you there, too. Let's see. Check out over back here on ESPN Los Angeles. Do you trust Baez if a wild card game is on the line? Do I trust Baez? I don't trust Baez at all, unfortunately. Baez has been really, really good this month. I don't trust him in high-pressure packed situations that are in a playoff situation. I'm hoping that I'm wrong now because Baez has been really good this month. But I hope that he is not. I don't trust him. I'm going to be with everybody else. If Baez comes in with anybody on base or it's a tight game, I'm afraid he's going to give up that big jack. He does it in big situations. I want to be wrong, and it's just going to be on my mind and everybody else. It's going to be on his mind too. That's you got to realize. Hopefully he comes through huge though. Jay Backa 6, Kershaw's last regular season start as a Dodger. I don't think so. I think they bring him back next year, especially after this start. I don't even know if he's going to opt out. And if he does, they may give him an extension, like a 2-year extension, lower the price tag just a little bit. He's at like $35 million right now. Maybe that drops down to $30 million for an extra 2 years. It's very possible. I would do it. He's still a great pitcher that has, although he's only hitting 90, 91 on his fastball, it's still good location. His slider looks good. His curveball still looks good. He's got that 12-6 and the regular curve. He's got a lot of pitches. He's still a good pitcher. Look at guys like Zach Greinke, who's barely hitting 89, and Madison Bumgarner barely hitting 90. Still good pitchers. Aaron Devandry, are they going to back up the Brinks truck and bring back Kershaw next year? Not sure he's still money. Well, that's what I was just talking about. I don't know. What are the possibilities that he doesn't opt out? I think it's a good possibility that he doesn't opt out. I was just saying it. I think, and that's from the As943, I think that, he could very easily opt in or just try and agree to an extension. He's got 2 more years. He's 30 years old. That goes to his 32-year-old season. They don't like giving 5-year contracts to pitchers in general. So if they just extend him 2 more years, that makes sense to me, especially if that price tag comes down slightly. He knows who he is. He knows he's not going to hit more than 90, 91 anymore. But look at guys like Justin Verlander. Justin Verlander's like 35 years old, hitting 96 on the gun. He was hitting 90, 91, 92 just 2 years ago. So sometimes you just need something happens over the offseason. You change you change certain things, change some mechanics, and you're throwing 96 again. It's weird. Let's see. Lord Deasy, you're oddly attractive. I'm glad it's oddly attractive. I mean, it's better than being just a normal attractive dude, right? So hopefully it's not so bad. The girlfriend likes me at times. Maybe not always, but Most of the time, right? Sometimes? Meh. All right. Oh, I got a thumbs up. I got a thumbs up. All right. so that goes good for me. Don't worry about that. Edward George, if we go to wild card, who starts? Right now, it's Rich Hill. Rich Hill is your starter as of right now because I don't think they're going to move Buehler. I think Buehler pitches no matter what tomorrow. They want the division. You cannot win the division if Buehler doesn't pitch tomorrow. I know it kind of makes more sense to hold off on Buehler to go to the wild card game just in case, but I want that game 163 or just to win tomorrow the division. You want the division. You want to be the team that plays on Thursday in Atlanta and not the team that's playing in Chicago or in Milwaukee. If Milwaukee wins today, it's tough. I mean, I would much rather have a longer series than have that one game wild card. The one game wild card is scary. Let's see, runners on first and second, no one out, top of the first. Hey, that means who's up? Who's the three? Who's the Heat? Oscar Rivera. Who's the three guys? Shout out to Pasadena, California, please. Hey, Pasadena, California. Oscar Espinoza. That's Oscar Rivera is who I want to talk to. Oscar Rivera. Is that Harper up in the 3 spot, or is he hitting in the 4 spot? Because it's runners in first and second, no one out. Let's go Nationals. Come on. Harper batting, 2 on, no outs. Oh, it was Harper. Let's see. Keeks is my boy, fam. That's right, Gooey K. Keeks is boy. I love seeing him. That's the banana man right there. Yep, it is Bryce. I don't like Baez at all. I trust Baez more in the playoffs than Kershaw. Ugh, why? I don't know what you've seen. Harper. Buehler is 1, Ryu, 2, Hill, 3, please. Kershaw has proven nothing. Kershaw's the best regular season pitcher in all of baseball, and he's been there before. You got to trust your ace. Your ace is still Kershaw. I know he's had some rough times, but he's also pitched really well. It was bad today, but for the most part, he didn't give up the home run today. Alex Acoustic, Greg, is Turner playing hurt? He did get hit in the thumb. Remember that Goldschmidt, that hard hit Goldschmidt ground ball that hit him in the thumb, and then you weren't sure if he was going to play? He might be playing a little hurt, but he hit a jack just yesterday, so I don't think he's that hurt. But he 0 for 5 today was tough, or 0 for 5 with the walk. That was tough for him today. He had chances. He had chances with a runner on his third, and he just popped up. So there's a lot of things. I don't know what's going on with Kershaw or with Turner, but I know that he's not doing the bit. 0 out for National. National got second base and first base is loaded. Oh, Harper struck out. Come on, Harper. Jeez, go Phillies and National. I want it all. Second seed in the postseason would be nice, though, through the NL playoffs, even though we had a better road record. Yes, we did have a better road record, but yes, you want to be at home in the playoffs. You want the Phillies to beat the Braves, but, come on. The Phillies are rolling over for everybody. They've totally played dead at this point. Forget the Phillies. They're a joke. They're not even a real team anymore. That's Gabe Kapler that can't get his team up. Dave Roberts got his team up when they needed to. That's what he does. He is there to get his team up, and he's been doing it. So take that to the bank. I don't even know what that means. Take that to the bank? I'm not even a big fan of that saying. Weird. Shout out from El Monte, California, 626, Jose Magana. Harper strikes out, but it was weak. What do you mean it was weak? Strikeout. You cray, Rose. I don't know. That's from Christian Marua. Ralph Club. Let's see. Mark Cote. If the Dodgers do not go all the way, Roberts should not be fired. He, after all, has to listen to Farhan Zaidi and Andrew Friedman on who has to play. Those would be the 2 monkeys that would need to go with their numbers game. All right, Mark Cote. Let's get into that for a little bit. Who was in that front office before Andrew Friedman and Farhan Zaidi? Who were the guys that they were bringing in? They were bringing in Adrian Gonzalez and Carl Crawford and, who was the pitcher? It wasn't Dempster. It was the guy. He was in Boston, but he started off in Florida. He was with the Marlins, and then he came over here. Josh Beckett. He wasn't able to do those were the types of guys that old management brought in. The team that new management is bringing in, they're bringing in Manny Machado. They brought in Brian Dozier. Last year, they brought in Curtis Granderson to try and help. It didn't really work out, but they make the moves that you need to make. Since they've been here, they've won the division every single year. They went to the NLCS 2 years ago. They went to the Game 7 of the World Series last year. They made the playoffs again this year. You don't get rid of that front office. I know nobody likes analytics because they want to see the same lineup day in and day out, but that's just not how it works. It's so rare to find a team that does that. Some do. Some absolutely do. But you have... but the Cubs do it. The Red Sox do it. You think Alex Cora is really doing much? No, Alex Cora is a face that just gets along with the players, just like Dave Roberts is a face that gets along with the players. AJ Hinch in Houston, that's Aaron Boone in New York. Those, you think that they're making these giant decisions? Managers win you or lose you total of 10 games per year. The front office is what brings in the players, and the front office is the one making most of the decisions. They went, Nats strike. Nats are up 2-0. Let's go, Nationals. Come on, Strasburg. Make it happen. Make it happen. Let's go. Oh, look at all you, everybody getting excited. Like, who else has been this excited about a Nationals-Rockies game? Come on. Baseball is the best right now. That's one thing I want to talk about too. You know how much this is great for baseball? This is great for baseball just in general, because now baseball is going to take center stage all night tonight with these two games. Milwaukee playing in Detroit, and you have the Nationals in Colorado, and those games both mean something. If the Brewers win, they're tied with the Cubs for the NL Central. If the Rockies lose, they're tied with the Dodgers for the NL West. That means that Sunday is this big giant day of all baseball. That's huge. Do we not understand this? Like, this Sunday is all about baseball. You can watch football from 10 to noon, but after that, I want you flipping in between games, watching the game scores on your phone, doing everything you can. Baseball is where it's at tomorrow, and I will be with you tomorrow for postgame. Absolutely 100% after the Dodgers game, win or lose, and you can all sound off just like you always do. Let's see. What happens if the Nats win? Flow 2416. If the Nats win, the Dodgers and the Rockies are tied for first place in the NL West. And that means that if both teams win on Sunday, that there's a game 163 on Monday. And then whoever wins that is the division champion. If the Dodgers win on Sunday and the Rockies lose to Scherzer on Sunday, the Dodgers win the division outright on Sunday on game 162, and they don't have to play again until Thursday in Atlanta, depending on what happens with Atlanta over the next two games. So that is gigantic, and that means you start off with Kershaw, Buehler, and Ryu all on their normal everyday rest. That's gigantic for the Dodgers. You want so badly for the Nats to win, and for you want the Phillies to win too, but that's really hoping more than anything else, because the Phillies are garbage. You say managers lose 10 or so games. Well, Dave lost at least his 10. Gregory Peach, at some point you got to put it on the front office too, because the front office front office is making the decisions. Dave Roberts is basically like, all right, this is what the front office wants me to do, so that's what we're going to do. Let's see. Rosemary Rose, better say Nats, not Nats, with a G in front of it. You will curse our Dodgers. You know what? I've never been a fan of that. Since even before I got into radio or got into anything else, I wasn't a fan of like the Nats or like the D-bags or anything like that. I just, there's no point to it. It's the Dodgers, it's the Diamondbacks, it's the it's the Rockies, it's the Nats. That's how I am. Let's see. Rosemary Rose laid down Phillies. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, lay down Phillies. Yeah, the Phillies are just garbage. They're just a bunch of jokes. What's going on here? I got Let's Go Nats, Flow, Let's Go Nats, a whole bunch there. What's going on with the score, though? Is it still Washington? Washington has a runner at first from Cybernetic Slayer. Live in Oregon, hear you and the guys on podcast. Oh, great. Listen to ESPN LA as much as possible. Always talking Dodgers. The morning show Travis Rogers is actually a really big Dodgers fan that's gotten a lot better with everything he's saying. He's not as negative as he once was, if you've been listening. Although Key and LZ have been really negative over the last week. LZ wanted to give them the death toll, or the death toll. They wanted to play taps. It didn't happen. And look, so if the Dodgers win the division Monday morning, go after LZ hardcore. Get him on Twitter. Go call into the show. Do whatever you got to do. Tell him that he was absolutely wrong. Call into the morning show and tell him LZ's crazy. All right, let's see. I got National got personal on first base. Nats up 2. Baseball can be fun when the best teams work for it. Last year had the funnest World Series I can remember. Game 5 was amazing, even though we didn't win. DJ D Jimenez, you're absolutely right. That was the best baseball game I have ever watched that the Dodgers lost, and that's the best baseball game I've ever watched. Period. Maybe the Cubs and Indians game that had the rain delay and they came back in Game 7 of the World Series. Whew, that was a game, but that was a huge game. First and third, 2 outs from Desert Doyer. Thank you. Fun fact, autocorrect does not like Reddick on my phone because it always autocorrects to Redneck. Yeah, well, Reddick is kind of not the best guy in the world, is he? Not a fan. Not a fan. Not only LZ, everybody. Most of Dodgers Nation in general. You're right, George Pabadinsky. LZ is not the only one. Most people gave up on the Dodgers. But if you were here for the last 3 months, this guy and guys like Andrew Martinez, and there was a guy that used to go on Instagram, Village Idiot, never got away from it. There was a whole bunch of people that didn't give up, and a lot of people didn't give up. So the people that didn't get there, that didn't give up, I'm all about it. Let's see. Yes, please. Extra au jus. Phillips. Yeah, Phillips. It's a good place to eat. Have you noticed Muncy always wants to kill the ball, or is it just me? You know, Christian Maru, because he's got a pretty good idea of the strike zone. So when he thinks he has a pitch right down the middle, or he has a pitch that he thinks he can hit, he's putting everything behind it. And that's how he got to, 33, 34 home runs. Village Idiot, there you are, man. What's up? You're one of the guys. Village Idiot 79 on Instagram. One of the guys that has never given up over the last 3 months with us doing this exact same thing. Even when they were down 10 games below 500, guys like Village Idiot, guys like Andrew Martinez, a bunch of people over everywhere that have been positive people, that's where we have been there with you this entire time, and I give it up to them because they never, ever gave up, and that's what I love to see. Get rid of Kershaw next year. He is done. I do not believe that, especially if you can get him for a cheaper price and you can just extend him a little bit, or he just opts in. So no, I'm not with the whole I'm a huge Clayton Kershaw apologist. Can't help it. Just how it is. Sorry. We're in now. Anything can happen. Exactly, Danny Torres. See, now everybody's starting to believe again. I love it. Once you get into the playoffs, anything can happen. And now that the Nats are up 2-0, it's all coming together. It's all coming together for a crazy Sunday. I'm so excited for Sunday. It's not even funny. My eyes are going to be just deadpan locked on the TV tomorrow. I cannot wait. Look on Arenado and Gray seem like they are facing a lot of pressure. Yes, that's exactly what's happening. The Rockies have never won the division. They have a ton of pressure behind them. It's so big. So let's go Nats. Let's see what else we got here. Let's check on the Dodgers Nation Periscope. But in Ned's defense, he had Frank McCourt as an owner. Yeah, but look at the owners now. That's UCLA Lakers 24-78. Hey, both great teams. UCLA fan, Laker fan. Let's see. Dodgers, then Lakers. It's a big day. Nationals get it done. We made it LA all day. That's right, LA Most Wanted. ESPN LA no, that's not true. I think it's better than teams have to scrap leading into the playoffs. That's a huge thing, right? That's an absolutely huge thing to say, that the Dodgers are scrapping and fighting tooth and nail for every single game coming up, and that's how it is in the playoffs. So they're now ready, and they're battle-tested. They've been there before. They were in the World Series last year. They were in the NLCS the year before that, and most of those guys are still here. So you're having the same guys doing the exact same thing. I know there's a bunch of different people, but guys like David Freese won World Series with one swing when he was with St. Louis. So you got to trust in those types of guys. Let's see. The Lakers won the championship when they had to face Utah before the playoffs. Exactly. It happens. You have to go in hot and you have to go in battle-tested, and that's what they're doing. Let's see. Instant Sill. Love Mad Max. He's really made a name for himself. My next jersey or a Hernandez one. All right, I'm going to tell you to be careful, Instant Sill. I'm not a big fan of the name on the back of the jersey because guys leave, go, and you never know what's going to happen to them. Maybe one year they're fantastic. The next year they stink. Get somebody old school. Go ahead and get a Kershaw. I mean, even though he's still playing, go ahead and get a Koufax, get a Valenzuela, get a Karros, get like a Mondesi. I mean, get a Sutton or anything like that. Go old school. That's the best way to go, or keep it blank. Because you just never know where guys are going to go this year. Now, people come there and back. You have to be okay with wearing it 10 years down the line if they left the next year. I had a Gagne jersey. I had an Eric Gagne jersey. He got busted for steroids. Never was able to wear that Eric Gagne jersey again. Terrible. Then I got a Manny Ramirez jersey. Oh, so excited. Manny Ramirez. Oh, look at that. He gets busted for steroids. Can't wear that one anymore. So now it's all about the nothing on the back of the jersey or an old school name on the back of the jersey. Way, way better to go. Then you're the team and not just a specific player. That's my feeling on it. Other people have different feelings on it. I know Real FRG loves that use a glove at baseball games. I hate gloves in a baseball game if you're older than 12 years old. So that's just me, though. Although if it's saving somebody from getting hit in the face, then I'm all for that. Get a Trip Cromer jersey. Aaron DeMay. Yeah, have fun with that one. How about a Billy Ashley jersey? Go back and get a Billy Ashley jersey. Sachs, Garvey, Steve Garvey. Yeah, it's fine. Those are totally fine. Those are old school jerseys, and they're all great. I think actually Steve Garvey just made the new, not the Hall of Fame, but they're going to get a plaque at Dodger Stadium. I don't like Roberts as a manager. Great dude, but I think he's not a good manager. Alessandro Yanez Nadi. I'm sorry you feel that way, but he's the best guy for this job. Tell me who you think would do a better job with the analytics of the front office and get along as well as he does with all the players and can sit in front of all of the media and tell you the same thing every single night. Oh, I thought that was the best decision at the right time. I think we put the right guys in the right places at the right time. And that you don't see that very often. So when you do, the guy that can be able to do that and be able to and work with the front office and basically do whatever the front office wants without you guys knowing, I think he's doing a fine job. Totally fine with Dave Roberts. No need for him to go anywhere. Even with our stretched out season, I still see old Kensley closing it down in the ninth in LA in the month or so for the title. Clay Kitchen, absolutely, because when it comes down to it, when it's a save situation, Kenley Jansen is unstoppable at this moment. So I really trust him in those situations. Blackman strikes out, 1 out. Brewers up 5-0. Oh, the chaos is real, Brian David O'Hea. The chaos is real. Brewers already up 5-0 for the division on Sunday. The Rockies are losing. Oh, Sunday's going to be so much fun. I'm so happy. I am so happy. The players love Dave, plus he's a winner. Mike Garrett, absolutely. Will Jansen pitch in Colorado? Jamie Schuster, yes. He says that he absolutely will. He doesn't matter. It's a totally different game when it's the playoffs. He's not going to stay away from it. Scully, Lasorda, sure. You know what? That's a jersey I would love. That has just a microphone and Scully on the back. All for that. That would be my favorite. I would wear that everywhere. Roberts needs to pull pitchers a little faster, then he will be perfect. Yeah, he does need to pull the pitchers faster. That's a big, big issue. Dodgers clinch the NL West division tomorrow. Colorado loses. That's what I'm hoping. Bergman, sing Journey. Okay, you do not want to hear this singing voice. Absolutely not. You have a Pedro Baez jersey in your closet. No, it only comes out when he wins, right? When he has a big game. Nope. I have a Rob Barajas jersey. Wow. You're going old school right there. And that's a whole Diamondbacks thing. Get out of here. And actually, he was with the Rockies too. No, thank you. We're going to win the West. That's right. Oh, look I love the positivity now. The positivity. We're going to win the West. We're going to win the West. The Rockies are losing. Let's see. Brewers now leading 5-3 bottom fourth. Phillies, Braves top fifth. No score yet. Wow. 5-3? Is that right, Foxtrot? I want a Piazza jersey. Piazza said a lot of bad things about Vin Scully, and he left in a bad way. So I'm kind of anti-Piazza. He didn't go in as a Dodger. He went in as a Met to the Hall of Fame. I know he did a lot of good things here, but I'm not a big Piazza guy. Never gonna be. Let's see. I have a Chick Hearn jersey with the mic. That's a great one, Cybernetic Slayer. Chick Hearn. What a man that guy was. Rocks runner at first, 1 out. Oh, Madsen looked good. Madsen did look good. He's not going to make that playoff roster, though. So let's see. We can get more into the playoff roster tomorrow, but I think because then we'll have more of an idea. But we can do a quick one right now. Do you trust our pen? I'll do that in a second. But do you trust our pen, Perez 24? I do trust our pen. I trust the guys that are when you have a lead. I trust those guys, the Maedas and the Fergusons, and at this point, kind of the Baez's, maybe Alexander. I actually really like Alexander. I know I'm one of the few. And Kenley, I trust him. And Alex Wood looked great today. That's 2 games in a row that Alex Wood has looked really good, striking guys out. So you're seeing Alex Wood now going to be. Alex Wood is now going to be. Over Ross Stripling. Sorry, it was never 5-3. Detroit was up 3-0, and Milwaukee scored 5. Oh, wow. So it's 5-3, but still, that's chaos-inducing right there. Wish I had a jersey. You can get some good ones on eBay pretty cheap. I'm sure everyone is worried about Kershaw blowing the game. Everyone probably was worried about that, but he didn't. And he made so the game was tied, but he's going to be just fine in the playoffs. I know it's hard to say that, but I really do believe it. I want a Mondesi jersey. Let me know, anyone. Yeah, Mondesi. Look, dude had an arm. He just didn't have the brain, unfortunately. I don't know what you're sleeping about, Omar. There's a lot of good things happening here right now. And I only have about 4 minutes, so we're going to try and get through a lot of this as we can. It's not time for the 2-minute warning yet, but we're getting close. Let's change Dodger Stadium to Tommy Lasorda Stadium. Hey, I love the name Tommy Lasorda, but the name Dodger Stadium, Koufax, Robinson. We can keep naming old guys. But yes, any old guy is totally fine to wear. Dave Roberts stays if we go all the way. We should have won the division already. World champs are bust. But even the players are talking about it. This is so much more fun for them because they have to be ready. And when you have a 19-game lead, you kind of sit back on your laurels. Weird to say that, laurels. But you sit back and you try as hard. Now they have to try every single at-bat, every single play in the outfield, everything. And Jamie Schuster, damn right, Scully Stadium. Scully deserves something in there. I know he's got a little bit of something, but absolutely with Vin Scully getting some time. Let's see. 2-0 Nats still. Thanks for the link on Reddit, Greg. You're very, very welcome. Oh, I said it. Whatever. It's fine. See you later, birds. That's right. St. Louis out. Go by Dodger Stadium. Dodger Stadium at Tommy Lasorda Field. Okay. Fine with that. No issue there. But, all right, so let's try and do this real fast. Keep me updated. I got about 2 minutes. I'm coming up on that 2-minute warning. 2 minutes brought to you by Somebody Give Me Money. That doesn't work, does it? All right, let's go. Let's start it over on Facebook for the last question from Facebook, and I'll be back tomorrow. I promise you I'll be back tomorrow. Let's see. Clay Kitchen. If Alexander could just keep the ball down and not let that fastball go down Broadway, he'd be the perfect middle reliever. He does a lot of times. He gave up that home run, but you have to remember, he also had 3 ground balls in that game. One went right up the middle. That was just tough. That was a tough break. Another one got an out, and then another one was a double play ball to Justin Turner, and he booted it. I know it was hit hard from Goldschmidt. He hurt his thumb on it, but he booted it, and and he had the double play ball to get out of the inning. You shouldn't have had that home run happen, and because Scott Alexander has been good, because he usually does keep that ball down. Let's see. So Scott Alexander, I think, will be fine as long as he keeps the ball down. You're absolutely right. Greg, thanks for all you do during the season. You demand. Look forward to the playoffs. That's right. I appreciate that. Happy to do it for you. It is the Vin Scully press box. You're absolutely right. But I try and do this as much as I can with all you guys. Have a great time. I will be doing something after the Dodgers season. I'm not sure exactly what it is yet, but I think I got something in the works. Maybe Lakers related. I don't know. We'll see. I am a very big Lakers fan and actually kind of a bigger Laker fan than a Dodger. Shh, don't tell anyone. All right, so let's go over to the Periscope for Dodgers Nation for the last time. Who wins, McGregor or Khabib? I don't watch any of that garbage. I'm gonna say McGregor, just because I like him and he's funny. Let's see. What up, Greg? Bergman 20 Nats. Thanks for the link. You just don't get a white one. Those stain so easily. Yes, they do. You spill a little bit of mustard on that, and that's it. You're done. That jersey is finished because it ain't coming out. You know what I mean? So yeah. What up? Occasionally, I like how Strasburg is playing. Keep Rockies losing. Keep saying it over and over again. Let's go Strasburg. Let's go Rockies. Angel Martinez, does LA win tomorrow? Lakers and Dodgers. Haha, what a Sunday. Oh, I know. How great is that, too? I forgot about the Lakers playing at 6 o'clock on Sunday with LeBron. Woo, boy. So, yes, I think the Dodgers win tomorrow behind Buehler. I think that the Nationals win both these games, and they win behind Scherzer. Dodgers win the division outright tomorrow, and then you watch LeBron and the Lakers at 6 o'clock in San Diego. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go over to Instagram for the last question. Greg, say hello to my son, Nolan. Thanks. Hey, what's up, Nolan? How you doing, buddy? What about Andre Ethier jersey? Yes, you can absolutely get an Andre Ethier jersey. I know he just retired, but he's past it, and he is a Dodger. You mean let's go Nats? Oh, yes, let's go Dodgers, let's go Nats. So there's a whole bunch. I'm going to try and get one more question in, but if I can't, that's fine. All right, so, yep, that's it. Thank you guys very much. I'll be back with you for game 162 with hopefully, as long as the Nationals hang on today, with the division on the line tomorrow. Woo, it's going to be a fun Sunday. So let's go Dodgers. Let's go Nats. Let's go Brewers. Let's have a crazy Sunday where everything is on the line. I love it. Love you guys. See you guys tomorrow right after the game like always. That's it for me. Time to have a fun Saturday. See ya.